Good morning, happy Sunday. Today we're celebrating the second Sunday of Ordinary Time. And I think it's interesting because we get a look back at St. John the Baptist. He was Jesus' cousin, and last week we see the baptism of Jesus. And he actually goes to John, who was kind of this wild prophetic figure out in the desert who would baptize with a baptism of conversion. And last Sunday we heard how Jesus went to him and received his baptism, which we would even think, really isn't necessary because Christ obviously doesn't need to repent from anything. And then today we look at John once again, and I think there's something really important in his message. He's saying Jesus is something else. What do we mean when we say that phrase, something else? We mean, somebody who's spectacular, somebody who is extraordinary, somebody who's a little bit different than what we might expect. Now, John was the cousin of Jesus, so you obviously knew him. They probably, we can imagine they spent some summer vacations together. He knew Jesus very well. Nevertheless, once he realizes that Jesus is the Messiah, he realizes this is somebody else. What he had been able to kind of understand by intuition when he was still a baby in his mother's womb, and Mary comes to visit Elizabeth, and he jumps up in her womb, and Elizabeth was like, whoa, what's happening down here? Well, that's something that comes back to him as an adult, as he's already in his prophetic ministry, and he sees Jesus as somebody else. He sees Jesus as the Son of God. And that's John's message to us as we're beginning the ordinary time, right? The second Sunday of ordinary time. And so I think it's important for us, obviously we want to feel very close to Christ. We want to be, intimate in our prayer with him. But at the same time, we have to remember he is God. And this is something amazing, that we're able to actually speak to God in our prayer. And I think that's something that St. John the Baptist is highlighting for us this Sunday. We're able to speak to God, the one who created the world, the one who made us, the one who has sent us into the world. Well, he is God, and yet he has wanted to enter in a personal relationship with me. So ask yourself, does your prayer respect these two aspects? This aspect that Christ really is somebody different, so I have to come with a spirit of reverence, respect, and at the same time, he's somebody who's close to me, so I'm able to have a heart-to-heart conversation. I hope that your prayer is like that, and you can think about that today when you go to Mass. God bless.